My dear sisters and brothers in Jesus Christ, every year on 31st July we celebrate the feast of Saint Ignatius of Loyola. Born as Inigo Lopez at a family castle in Loyola, Spain, he was the youngest of the children in the family. From an early age, he wanted to join the military service and wanted name and fame. And that is why at an early age, he enrolled himself to join the military service and learned the techniques of military. After joining the military services in the year 1521 at the Battle of Pamplona, he was injured and his leg was severely damaged. Thereafter, he left his military service and returned back to his family castle at Loyola and spent the time there recovering. During this time, he had to undergo a lot of surgeries on his leg. And while resting, he started reading many books. And one such religious work inspired him, the Life of Christ and the Book of Saints. He read the life of Christ and also the life of saints, which really inspired him. And he decided that he too should dedicate himself to following the Lord. If saints could do, why not I? After his recovery, he spent a year in Manresa, in solitude at a cave. And then he traveled to the Holy Land for pilgrimage. He was 33 when he took up the study of Latin at Barcelona among the school boys, and thereafter spent 11 years studying philosophy and theology at various institutes. When he was in Paris, he met and inspired 6 young men to follow him and attracted them to the life of Christ, a life of poverty, mortification, and spiritual exercises. Later in 1539, he along with Peter Faber and Francis Xavier founded the Order of Jesuits or Society of Jesus, which came to be known as the Jesuit Order, and it was approved by Pope Paul III. The Society of Jesus continued to preach the gospel, to minister to people, educate the children, care for the sick, and it started spreading across the world. They established many houses and reached far and wide in various missions, spreading the message of Christ. Ignatius was elected as the first superior general, and he continued this task, doing his work and also preaching the gospel of Jesus. The Jesuits grew in number and reached all around the world. St. Ignatius continued his spiritual exercises and also continued to expand the Jesuit order. The 16-year-old society, when he died, was already with 100 houses and 1,000 members. Ignatius dedicated his time to writing the constitution of the order and various other resources and works. Ignatius always said, ad majorem Dei gloriam, which means for the greater glory of God. He died on 31st July 1556. He was beatified by Pope Paul V on 27 July 1609 and was canonized on 12th March 1622. And he is declared as the patron of spiritual exercises and retreats by Pope Pius XI in 1922. My dear sisters and brothers in Jesus Christ, as we celebrate the feast of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, let us pray through his intercession that we too continue our mission work and do it for the greater glory of God.